In Mark 11:12-14, the next day, as they were leaving Bethany, Jesus was hungry. Seeing in the distance a fig tree and leaf, he went to find out if it had any fruit. When he reached it, he found nothing but leaves because it was not the season for figs. Then he said to the tree, "May no one ever eat fruit from you again." And his disciples heard him say it. Next. In the morning, as they went along, they saw the fig tree withered from the roots. Peter remembered and said to Jesus, "Rabbi, look, the fig tree you cursed has withered." Next. In Proverbs, it says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit." Next, John 8:44, he was a murderer. This is talking about Satan. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth, for there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of lies. So this is what God showed me. Did you see when Jesus cursed the fig tree, what happened? It died. And then the Bible says that we have the power of life and death in our tongue. And then it says that Satan was a murderer from the beginning, and he is the father of lies. So what is his goal? His goal, all he can do is whisper lies to you. But if he can get you to agree with the lies and begin to speak them over yourself, then he can create death. Then he can create murder. So this is the spirit of self-criticism is the spirit of death. So here's what happened. The accuser came through my best friends and he said, "You're just not that. You'll just never be that. You just can't be that." And I looked around at the world. It's kind of like social media. You know when you flip through your Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook and you're looking, you're like, I wish I could be cool like them, or I wish I could have clothes like them. And the accuser is always trying to tell you who you aren't. Because if you can just start to partner with that lie, here's what happens. You start to say, yeah, I'm just not good at anything. As soon as I say that, I start to curse myself. And what happens when you agree with death? You literally are murdering the very thing that you want to come alive. The beautiful thing is that God came so that his truth could set you free. He intended to fight for you so you would never have to listen to the lies of the accuser. And that any places where the accuser has brought death to you, he came, died, and resurrected so that new life could come again and you could see and believe new truth about who you are. So I'm going to tell you about just a few things. I have a huge story of overcoming in my life. Like I said, I was suicidal growing up. I had shame attacks. I would literally yell, "I hate myself," uncontrollably, because I felt so tormented by it. I wished that I was never born. You name a torment, I struggled with it. And there is nothing too powerful for God to overcome. When I was 12 years old, I worked for this woman. I babysat for her, and she was perfect. She was like beautiful. She had a great body. She had a great face. She had this gorgeous husband. They had these beautiful kids, this nice house that was really decorated well. She was like charming and funny, and she just was everything you could dream of. And I remember babysitting for her, and I would go in, and she would just grab her skin and shake it and like jiggle her skin. I'd be like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, look at how fat I am." And I'd be like, I literally was confused. Like, you're grabbing your skin. I don't understand. I have that skin. I'm on a weight gaining diet and I still have skin there. I don't know what you're doing. And I remember her always being upset and frustrated about who she wasn't. And I thought to myself, oh gosh, if this woman who has everything doesn't like herself, we're all screwed. There's no hope for any of us. And so I prayed this prayer. I just said, "God, if you could teach me how to love myself, I'll change the world." Because no one's doing it. I don't have to have a gift. I don't have to have a talent. I don't have to be great at anything, because if I love myself, I will stand out like a sore thumb anywhere I go. And people will be like, "What is that? I want to do that too. I was like, I don't even have to learn how to be an evangelist. If I love myself, people will want to know what is different about me. And so I prayed this prayer. I was like, God, if you could do it, if you could show me how to love myself, I'll change the world. And that prayer changed my life.